Hi, I'm Jennifer from Workroom Social, and right now I'm going to show you how to thread your sewing machine. So you should always look at your sewing machine's user's manual for exact instructions on how to thread a machine. But there's kind of an intuitive way that you can think about it so that you can kind of walk into any machine and know how to thread it. So the first thing you want to do is take your thread and put it into your spool pin at the back. Now you want your thread to roll off the spool in a counterclockwise fashion. The thread should be towards the back. Now my machine has numbers listed through the processes to show you how to thread the machine, so I'm just going to follow those. First thing I want to do is put it through this top loop, and then I'm going to pull the thread down, and that's going to pull the thread through the tension discs. So you always want to make sure that your thread is through the tension discs, which will change the tension when you're sewing. So it's helpful if you kind of just hold this still, so because as I'm pulling with my left hand and threading the machine, this is going to move, which is kind of annoying. You're going to end up with a huge tail. So if you just hold this, now I'm going to go down, around, and back up. And now I need to put my thread through this piece that pulls the thread up and down. So you noticed it wasn't there, so all you have to do in that case is to use your hand wheel on the side, and you want to twist it towards you, and that's going to send your needle up and down, and it's going to pull the lever up. So I want the lever in its highest position, and then I'm going to pull the thread through. So the thread's secured there. Then I'm going to pull it down, and on the left of my needle there's a little hook, so I'm going to put my thread through the hook on the left. If your machine has, sometimes they're a little more forward, sometimes they're on the left, sometimes they don't have it. It's not a huge deal, but basically you want to think about your thread going in a fluid motion to get to the needle. Now I've kind of got that long tail, so I'm just going to clip my thread off. And the last step is to take the thread and put it through the eye of the needle. Now some machines like mine have an automatic needle threader. If the needle's in the highest position, I can just pull this down and a little tiny hook goes through the eye of the needle and pulls the thread right through the back. If your machine doesn't have that, you can thread your needle with a magnifying glass maybe. And just cut your thread off so it's a nice sharp edge, and you can just do it by hand, putting the thread through the needle. Now be sure to check your user manuals. Most modern machines thread front to back. I have seen some vintage machines that thread back to front, and then industrial machines thread left to right. So just double check and make sure, but most home machines are front to back. And then take your thread and put it underneath your presser foot, and you are done. You've threaded your sewing machine.